Yeah, it was a good experience. I learned a lot, and I think that I could apply whatever that I have to learn.
Actually, I've learned a lot in terms of the technical aspects of how to actually use the Excel software perfectly.
Bagus. Saya boleh faham dengan apa yang dia ajar, boleh masuklah. So, apa yang dia ajar clear.
Alright.
The best. Rating 9/10. Terbaik.
Yes, because bila you rasa you dah tahu pasal Excel, actually you hanya tahu 60% over to 100%. And ada 40% bila you datang training ni, you akan tahu lebih daripada tu.
Apa yang bagi saya menarik untuk video editing course ni, sebab dia package sekali dengan After Effects dengan Premiere Pro.
Yes, for me, this is like an opportunity for me to improve my career. I dapat belajar banyak benda in editing, let's say After Effects. So it helps a lot.
Mr Ismail dia friendly, banyak bantu. Kalau kita tak faham dia ulang balik. Walaupun dah jauh tapi dia boleh ulang balik.
Sometimes when I don't understand a certain thing, I ask him and he's very helpful.
Sebab I masa yang first day pun memang banyak benda yang baru belajar, dan yang second day pun still pun banyak benda baru yang saya boleh explore sini.
It does benefit me a lot because I've learned a lot from using After Effects and Adobe Premiere.
I actually think this might be helpful for me, especially in my workplace, because the topic itself is interesting. With that, I want to learn about how to solve a conflict, how to handle different people, especially the difficult ones.
Surain is very fun. His activities is very engaging everyone to participate.
He is well experienced and very encouragement, and he even described the skills nicely so that we know how to adapt in our real life.
Surain handling his job as a trainer quite well, because everything that we try to deliver, we can receive it well, and everything that he said and everything that he tried to make us understand.
We surely
Recommends Excel Academy to our companies or to you all, to everybody.
I would like to thank Excel Academy for giving me a chance, and my colleague as well, to be here and to experience this course. And I would say that hopefully I can enjoy more course from Excel Academy in the future. I would say that I would recommend to my friend to come here. Thank you.
Washroom break. That's the time for you want to whatever you want to do. It is 100 to 0. Then change the size. You move your cursor. What do you do? Just keep it like you.
The trainer, is very experienced and he is very patient because I'm actually quite new to video editing. So he actually spent time to go through with me when I'm following class.
Basically, the 3 days I've attended this course, it teaches us how to the techniques and know-how of how to edit a video, and also to do online ads, banners, I believe, which is quite it's in trend now.
Dalam 3 days course ni, I learn the basics dalam Premiere Pro, dalam After Effects. I had some macam issues sebab macam I takut dengan After Effects tau, sebab dia more to skills lah. you need to know the shortcuts, you need to know what to do in that artifact. So for this workshop, actually, I started to learn a lot about how to do a lot of tricks dalam artifacts.
If you are new to video editing or even if you have experience in video editing, this is a good class for you to come and attend.
Basically, what we learned today here is all basics, which will also help us in our daily jobs.
I definitely recommend this course to my friends and my family. Like,
Jadi sebelum ini, jujur saja saya tidak ada pengalaman belajar tentang software, terutamanya untuk Photoshop, karena menurut saya untuk mempelajari hal ini agak susah. Jadi setelah attending this course, saya merasa bahwa saya menjadi ada basic skill, contohnya seperti edit foto, bikin logo, dan sebagainya. Walaupun workshopnya cuma 3 hari, tapi materi yang diajarkan juga sangat lengkap dan juga details.
Dia sangat sporting. Ini dia tak kedekut ilmu. Even soalan, orang kata benda yang kita belajar ni, kita tanya soalan yang lebih daripada apa yang kita belajar ni, dia boleh share, dia boleh ajar juga. Dari segi apa, apps, guna apps ini, guna.
Alright, good morning ladies and gentlemen. My name is Surain Victor and today we will have a chat about if at first you don't succeed or what is it that motivates you, yeah? So unlike other webinars, we are going to keep this very casual. I won't be showing slides. So grab your cup of coffee or your tea or your hot chocolate and let's have a conversation. So how this session is going to go along is that you are going to ask me questions or I'll ask you questions, and then also you can share your ideas and thoughts. Yeah, I do have an agenda. However, I'm going to be very flexible and open about it. Rather, I would like to take this session towards where you want to go. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, if you can hear me, if you are ready to begin, could you please indicate to me by typing in the chat box? Perhaps you can say okay already, or perhaps you can click the indicator for the thumbs up. Okay. Right, okay, great. So Kelly is here. Kelly, what about the rest? I would like to have a conversation with you. So it'd be nice if I can get to know your names. So we have Kelly, we have Afika. Yeah, oh, Atika, sorry. Good morning, Kelly, and good morning, Atika. Who else is around? Okay. Who else is around? Good morning, everyone. So it's common to have slight pauses, yeah, during online sessions because you need time to type in the chat box. Okay, so the rest of us, ladies and gentlemen, if you can, could you please type something in the chat box so that I can get your names and I can address you using a name. Okay, I would like to share with you a story first and foremost. It's about these two mice. It's a very short story. I think you have heard of it before. Two mice fell into a bucket of cream. Yeah, the first mouse gave up and drowned. The second mouse didn't quit. So he kept paddling and paddling and struggling, and eventually churned the cream into butter and crawled out. Yep. So the story is there's two mice fell into a bucket of cream, and then the second mouse, you know, it keeps churning, keeps paddling, keep struggling, and then what happens is that then you will churn the cream into butter. So butter is a solid, and then the mice manage to crawl out. So the question now is, are you the first mice? Are you the first mouse, or are you the second mouse? Right? So that's an interesting story to start off with. Now, the topic for today is at first, if you don't succeed. If at first you don't succeed, then let's talk about what's going to happen next. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, my first question to you is, before that, let me briefly introduce myself. My name is Surain Victor. I've been in the learning and development industry for the past 15 years. I would like to share with you more so about my failures. How is it that I fail in a lot of things, and then also my experience in dealing with individuals and groups and teams, and how is it that they can gain an overall holistic definition of success through whatever means. Yeah, I do a bit of counseling, I do a bit of coaching, I do a bit of therapy work as well. Okay, so that's a bit about me, and also I am a rock climber. So I will share with you my, I would say, life lessons that I picked up from rock climbing. Yeah. Okay, my question to you now. My first question to you is, so this is the question. I'll also put it in the chat box so that everyone can read it. Yeah. My first question is, what motivates you? What keeps you going day in and day out and week in and week out? You can also turn on your microphone if you wish to speak. Okay, so first question is, what motivates you? Anyone? Like for me, what motivates me? One of it. What motivates me is the cup of coffee early in the morning. So that really makes me want to jump out of bed and head to the nearest bakery. I'm staying in Taipan, by the way. So there's Petit France and also crustiness, and I get my cup of coffee. Yeah, and that really sets the tone for the day. If anyone would like to speak, yeah. If anyone would like to speak, you can just raise your hand, and the organizer will invite you to the stage. Yep. So please do come and join me on stage, and we can have a chit chat session. Yeah. Okay. Right. So I would like to know what motivates you. What keeps you going on a daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly basis? Then we can talk about it. So one of the things for me that motivates me is getting a cup of coffee, a freshly brewed cup of coffee in the morning. Yep. Okay. The to-do list. Wow. So your list motivates you. Okay, great, fantastic. So what exactly is a list? It doesn't matter. Is it April? Nice talking to you, April. So for April, it's her to-do list that motivates her. So what color is your to-do list? Is it those sticky notes, which is yellow and fluorescent green and fluorescent orange? Or is it a special piece of paper, art paper, or it's just a regular white piece of paper? Okay, right. Thank you, April. What about Kelly? What about Atika? What motivates you? To-do list. Chances to do to get better the next day. Thank you very much, Atika. Okay, so what motivates Atika is a thought. Yeah, it's not something that you can hang on to. For example, for April, it is a thing. Yeah, it is a list. So that motivates her, maybe by looking at it. Yeah, or by ticking off when you can tick and tick and tick, so that motivates her. Whereas for Atika, it's a thought that there's a chance to get better, a chance to do better the next day. Just having that thought motivates her. Oh, great, fantastic. I use Notion and also to do on Microsoft. So hers is not a physical piece of paper, but rather she uses Microsoft. Okay. Okay, great. Thank you very much, Atika. Thank you very much, April. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, the topic for today is first you don't succeed and the importance of knowing your M factor and ways to maximize it. So what is the M factor? I'll talk about it later, yeah, in greater detail. And also I'll let you know how is it that you can find out your M factor, or rather I can find it out for you. You just fill up an assessment if you want to know your M factor. And then what are the 4 factors that is necessary to have strong levels of personal motivation. Yeah. So before I dive down into the theory behind it, the list or the tips and the tools, yeah, I want to show you a short video. So I'm going to share my screen, and this video is only 1 minute. So let's enjoy it. Yeah.
So by far the project that I've been most psyched on over the last year is this first round, first minute that I bolted in Margalef. It's these perfect sculpted kind of slopey tufas. You have to make a lot of small hand and foot moves to readjust and kind of slap your way up the wall. It's really pure bouldering style. Just getting really savage on the wall. I've tried it a lot. A lot. I've tried this route too many times.
Okay. Right. So that is something that motivates Chris Sharma. He's a rock climber. Yeah. So he will do it every day, every week, every month, year after year. So yeah, back to the first question. What motivates you? What is it that you are willing to do? If not on a daily basis, on a weekly, if not on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, if not monthly, then what is it you're willing to do year in, year out? Regardless if you succeed or fail. Yeah. So rock climbing is something that I do as well. And yes, I can share what he says, that he has tried it a lot. I've had that experience as well. Let me share with you my experience when it comes to climbing. There's this one route which for other climbers, it takes them weeks to finally get to the top. Yeah. After trying a few weeks, they finally managed to get to the top. Now, this particular route, I tried it again and over again and again, over and over. And at certain times, I did take a break. I didn't give up. I didn't completely give up, but I put it aside for a minute, and then I climbed other routes. But then I came back to the route, try again, I failed. I went to do something else, I came back to the route, try again, failed. It took me a year and a half to finally complete the route. Yeah. So when I finally managed to complete the route, I was of course, you get excited, you are happy about it. But then I thought to myself, oh wow, for other people it only takes them days, weeks, yeah, at the most a month or two. But it took me a year and a half to finally complete it. So one of the lessons that I learned is that when you are willing to do something, even though you fail over and over again, it means that is a source of motivation. Yeah. Now, it could not be your career, it could not be your source of income, but that is your source of motivation. For me, climbing is my source of motivation. It is something that I've been doing for the past 10 years plus, and I realized that I fail more than I succeed. But even so, I still keep going. And I realized that what I get from climbing is not an income, no, it's not popularity, it's not fame, but what I get from it is the fuel. It's the fuel, it's the motivation. And this motivation, I use it in my career, I use it in my community, I use it in my at home, I use it in things, other aspects of my life. Yeah. When it comes to my finances, when it comes to hang out with my nephews. So this desire, this fuel to charge me up, yeah, to energize me, to put the extra spring in my step, I get it from climbing. Right. So the question is, how can I find out what motivates me? One of the things that you can do to realize, to find out what motivates you, is something that you do over and over again. Yeah, like, so for example, for Kelly, it's her to-do list. For for April, it's for her to-do list, and for Atika, it's the it's knowing that she can improve or get better the next day. Yeah. No, but I would argue that try to find something, a thing that you do, an action that makes you feel motivated. Again, my example would be cup of coffee. Going to get a cup of coffee and drinking the cup of coffee is what keeps me motivated, keeps me going. Yeah. So because motivation is all about the need or desire to do something. The word here is do something. Yeah. So when you do that something, if it keeps you motivated and you're willing to do it day in and day out, week in and week out, month in, month out, year in, year out, then you know that motivates you. It could be a source of income or it could not. It doesn't matter. Now, one thing I like to share with you is that sometimes our passion or something that motivates us is not our career, and that is completely fine. That is completely fine. I know this guy who, one of my participants, whereby he's so passionate about computers, yeah, IT stuff. He works in a bank. He says that he doesn't want to turn this, his passion of repairing computers. He's good at it, yeah. He gets a lot of requests. He doesn't want to turn this into a source of income, into a profession, because then it will take the passion out of it. He says that he still works in a bank. He knows that working in a bank, he gets an income, he gets to learn, he gets to socialize. So he gets other benefits from working in a bank, but from his repairing computers, yeah, he gets the motivation, he gets the drive. All right, so if you notice, I use motivation and drive. So what's the difference? I'll explain to you, yeah? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my next question is, what's the difference between success and fulfillment? Because the topic for today is, if at first you don't succeed, yeah? So what is success and what's the difference between success and fulfillment? Anyone? You can raise your hand and join me on stage, or you can just key in the chat box. What's the difference between success and fulfillment in your own words? Okay. Anyone would like to respond? No? Okay. Simply put, yeah, we have something from Kelly. Success is a target, dream achieved. Fulfillment just do because you needed responsibility. because it's needed, it's a responsibility. According to Kelly, success is a target or a dream that has been achieved, whereas fulfillment, just do it because you need to, it's a responsibility. Okay, from April, success is something that one achieve, fulfillment is doing something that one likes, right? Thank you. We have Connie here. Connie. Success is when you achieve your goals, and fulfillment is when you have the satisfaction in your achievement. Thank you very much. And who is this? Lily, is it? I believe fulfillment is when you feel content doing something you like. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Connie, Dalili. Who's this? Suhaila Harun. Fulfillment to me is feeling accomplished. Great. So Suhaila, thank you very much. You have the key point here is feel, yeah, feeling. Okay. Very simply put. Now, my perspective, my understanding is from psychology. Yeah, my background, my training is in psychology. My degree was in microbiology. I was a biology tutor, but over the years in my career, my professional certificates are all in psychology. Yeah, so I would like to explain to you or share with you the definitions using psychology as well as my understanding based on my interviews and my observation and working with people, consulting, and also coaching and counseling. Yeah. Okay. Now, success, simply put, is how other people see you. Once again, yeah, success is how other people see you. Now, Surain, what car does he drive? Where does he live? How big is his house? How much money does he have? What's his position? Yeah. Then people will determine whether I'm successful or not. Because if I tell people I'm successful, they'll say, what makes you say that? If I say I drive a Kanchel, I live in a one-bedroom apartment, they will say that no, that is not success. Yeah. Society has a yardstick, yeah, measurements as to what makes a person successful. Now, not say it's wrong, not say it's bad. It's just that this is how people behave when it comes to a group, when it comes to a society. So when they see what car I drive, what house I have, what's my position, yeah, what are my titles, then they will determine whether I'm successful or not. Because if I say I'm successful, they will argue. They say, what makes you say that? Do you have? Okay. Now, whereas for fulfillment, who's that? From Sahil Harun, perceived standards of success. Yeah, correct. Fantastic. So now, I would say I'm successful. People might say no, they might argue not, or they might say yes, you are. But fulfillment, if I say that I'm fulfilled, nobody can argue with that, because fulfillment is internal reference. It's only you who knows whether you're fulfilled or not. Other people can't say that, oh yeah, Surain is successful, fulfilled. Oh yeah, Surain is fulfilled. They wouldn't know. They can't tell. Yeah. So again, yeah, fulfillment is how you feel inside. Do you feel fulfilled? Do you feel content? Do you feel that, great, fantastic, I've done well? Yeah. Now, does it mean that if you are successful, you will be fulfilled? I would say no. People can see that, yes, I'm a CEO, yes, I drive a Mercedes-Benz, yes, I have this property and that property, but am I fulfilled? That one is something that they can answer, but only you can answer. So have I come across successful people who are not fulfilled? Yes. Yes. Sometimes people pursue things like money, fame, what else? Things that are measurable, things that are other people can see. Yeah? They pursue that to fill a void, to fill a hole, something that is incomplete in them. And when they finally get it, they will, no, I still don't feel happy. I still don't feel fulfilled. Yeah. So sometimes in my coaching, when I ask them what is it that you want to achieve, and they say I want to be a millionaire, or I want to be the manager, I want to be the CEO, I will ask them, is that what you really want? Because sometimes after 2 years, 3 years, 4 years coaching the person, and he or she gets achieve success, right, I'm a millionaire now, thank you, I'm a CEO now, thank you, and then but I still don't feel ecstatic about it. I don't feel that all that great about it. I've achieved it, but something is missing. So how do you know what is it that you really want, and what is it that gives you fulfillment, and what is it that makes you feel successful? All right. So there's a difference, Being successful and feeling successful are two different things, So you can be successful in other people's eyes, or you can be fulfilled based on your internal reference. Okay, yes, the joy is missing. Yep, April, exactly. The joy is missing. Let me share with you. I know this person who is a manager, senior manager. Income, let's not talk about income. I think back then he said he was earning about 30K per year, plus bonuses, plus this and that, this and that. First class, flying first class, staying in first class hotels. But he says he didn't see his kid grow up. He didn't spend time with his kids. And most of the time, he will be in meeting rooms. He won't get the opportunity to really enjoy the place where he travels to for meetings. So at the end of the day, he says that there was nothing much. It was not really something of, wow, this is awesome. Yeah, I like this. So now that he's running his own business, he says that way better. Yeah, he's earning way less, but he says the feeling is way better. So money, yes, money does play a part in the definition of happiness, success, fulfillment, but only to a certain extent. Yeah. If we have time, I'll explain to you how money comes into play here. All right, the joy is missing. April Chen, do you have any experiences when it comes to other people defining a success, or rather chasing the tons and tons of money? Or do you have any friends? Yes, I do. A huge change of career. Great, fantastic. So I'm guessing that your huge change of career has affected your income in a way, or rather you have a different number now that you're earning, a significantly different amount that you're earning now. A big difference. All right. So sometimes the income could really drop from earning 30K per month to earning 8K per month. Yeah. But the satisfaction, the fulfillment could greatly increase. Yeah. Perhaps that is something, April, you experience as well. So besides the difference in income, what other differences you experience when you change your career? Did you get more joy, more fulfillment, more connection? Sometimes some people, they want connection, but they think that by earning more money, that will fill their fill the gap or fill the void of wanting connection. Yeah, yes. Thank you, April. Thank you for your response. Okay, right. So let's see now. Some of the failures that I have achieved is achieved. How do you achieve failure? Some of the failures that I've experienced, more knowledge. Yeah. So for some people, look, this is as much as I earn, as long as I can pay the bills. Yeah. But I get more knowledge. I get to learn. I get to learn. I get to learn. I get to learn. For them, that is fulfillment. For other people, no, you're not successful. You don't have a master's. You don't have a PhD. You like to learn, like to gain knowledge, but where's your master's, where's your PhD? But for you, no, it's not about that. Yeah, again, it's not about titles, it's not about chasing people, but it's about, again, fulfillment. You pursue and pursue and pursue and pursue, because that keeps you going. The opportunity to learn, gaining knowledge, that keeps you going day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, year in, year out. Money, big money only motivates you to a certain extent. If you're talking about what do you call that, short-term gains, if you want to dangle a carrot in front of your staff or in front of your team, or in front of yourself, if let's say you're an entrepreneur and you want to dangle a carrot in front of you, it can work only for the short term. If you want long term, if you want to play a long term game, dangling a carrot will not is not the way to go. Rather, if you want to play the long term game, whether you're a manager, you want to motivate your team, if you want to play the long term game, it's not the carrot, it's not the stick. The carrot and the stick is short term. You can get them to move towards the direction you want immediately, urgently in the short term. But if you want long term, if you want consistency, it's not the carrot, it's not the stick, it's the plant. And the plant comes from inside. You need to nurture the plant. And there are ways to nurture the plant. If you are interested, we can have a session on how to nurture the plant. All right, now, so just now we talked about what do you call that? What is success and what is fulfillment? Let me just share with you a few of my failures. 17 years ago, I failed to get a full-time tutorship. I was doing tutoring on a part-time basis, and every semester I applied for a full-time position, but I don't. I never seem to get it until today. But it's okay. I've been teaching since I was a final year student. So not being able to get a full-time position as a tutor did stop me from teaching. I felt down. I felt devastated when I didn't get it. But, well, I kept going. What else? I failed in my businesses. Multi-level marketing, enterprises. I have listed 5 here, 5 failures in my business. But what I realized is that failure does not define me. Failure is actually a message, what I call a feedback as to what is it that I need to do better. What is it that I need to adjust? It's like when you what do you call that? Take a shot using the bow, archery or darts. When you don't hit the bullseye, it's not that you fail. It's an indicator whether to add weight or whether to lift higher or whether to pull harder. To take into account the wind. It's just an indicator to tell you what is it that you need to adjust. So those 5 failures in business yes, it has costed me a lot in the thousands, but it has taught me precious lessons. Also in my professional development, I failed many times. In getting my master's, I failed to get that. Also in what else? I failed twice in getting my master's. Failed twice, but still I went on to get myself other certifications. And also in my climbing, I failed many times. But I'm still doing it. All right. Right. So later, maybe after I explain the 4 factors, we can talk more about what does it mean? What does it mean when it comes to success, fulfillment, money, and happiness and joy? Okay. Right. So knowing your M factor. So what's this M factor? How would you know your M factor? M factor, there are many ways to know your M factor. One of it is through psychometrics. Now, if you are interested, if you want to know your M factor using psychometrics, I have the assessment. So what you do is that you give the organizer your email address, and then I'll email you the tool, the assessment. It's a very simple 12 questions. And then you just give yourself a rating on a scale of 1 to 5. So 12 statements, and then you give your rating. Very easy assessment. Now, more important than the score that you get is the breakdown. The 4 factors. What do you score in the 4 factors? All right. Now, so as I mentioned, one of the ways of knowing your M factor is by using psychometrics. Let me explain a bit about psychometrics. It has 4 factors, yeah. So these 4 factors are necessary to build the strongest levels of self-motivation. Number 1 is self-confidence and self-efficacy. Number 2 is positive thinking. Number 3 is focus and strong goals. And number 4 is a motivating environment. So these are the 4 factors that the psychologists have put together, what they call that, in a very structured manner. Yeah. So you can use the psychometric tool and find out what do you score for each of these factors, and then you can find ways to improve it. All right. So they're all you will together with the video recording. Okay. Right. Yeah. So I'll get your email addresses from the organizer. Then I'll email you the assessment. You do the assessment. Take a time. Do the assessment. It only take about 10 minutes. And then you email it back to me, and then I'll give you the scores. Yep. Okay. So when it comes to self-confidence, how can you improve your self-confidence? There are many tips and ideas that's being put forth, but for this session, I'll just share 1 or 2 for each factor. Yeah. So to increase your self-confidence and self-efficacy, one thing you can do to increase it is to not just think, yeah, but list down your achievements. It's the power of journaling, the power of the pen. You take maybe an hour, tell your family members, tell your friends that you want private time, and try to recall, try to reflect on your achievements, yeah, and write it down. Now, thinking about it is not good enough. Writing it down, the power comes in writing it down. So think about your achievements. Maybe your SPM, you got all A's, or maybe you got 4 flat for your bachelor's degree. Yeah, maybe you purchase a house or you purchase a car. For you, that can be considered an achievement. Yeah, you write it down, you list it down. Yep. Okay. Now, these achievements could be things that other people see, and it could be things that other people don't see. Again, for example, when people see that you got a promotion, or you got a new car, or a new house, or you got married, that is an achievement that other people can see. Personal achievements, or rather silent achievements, would be, for example, throughout the years, you have never been cruel to animals. Over the years, you have never littered. Over the years, you're very responsible when it comes to the environment. That could be an achievement as well. Yeah, for other people, it's but for you, if it means something, write it down. Yeah, over the years, I have supported and taken care of my parents. That could be an achievement for you. Yeah. So again, a lot of these assessments and a lot of this sense of fulfillment, achievement, and success comes from your internal reference. Yeah. Okay. So number 2 on how you can build your self-confidence is find out what are your strengths. Yep. Find out what are your strengths, because once you know what your strengths are, then you can find ways to further strengthen it. What are your strengths? What are your aptitudes? Yeah. What are your tendencies? And for that also, you have many tools, psychometric tools on how to find what your strengths are. Are you better at analyzing? Are you better at problem solving, mathematics? Are you better at when it comes to influencing people? Are you better at organizing, at planning? Or maybe you are better at influencing. You're better at your strength would be that you're highly patient, you're highly supportive. So get work or do things that satisfy or that utilizes your strengths more, right? So for self-confidence, 2 ways to increase it is think about your achievements, list it down, yeah, write it down in your diary or in your journal. And number 2 is find out what are your strengths. You can also ask people, hey, what do you think about, what's my natural aptitude? Or what do you think my strengths are? Then people say, hey, Surain, you know what? You are the Johari window. Sometimes you don't know how you present yourself to other people. Yeah, how you come across as other people. Okay, so number 2 is positive thinking. Yeah, people say that think positively, think positively, think positively. But then the question is how? How do I think positively, and how can I get into this habit of thinking positively? Okay, one of the ways is, again, the power of the pen, journaling or listing down. Now, you can do this either early in the morning or late at night before you go to bed. List down at least 3 things good things that happened to you throughout the day, or things that happened to you yesterday, good things. So even though you're having a very terrible day, a very shitty day, your boss gets down your back, breathes down your back, your boss is unhappy about your performance, or your kids are not listening to what you're saying, your laptop is not working well, you got a flat tire and it's raining, you're having a lousy day. Even so, something good must have happened throughout the day. In that past 24 hours, I'm sure you had breakfast or lunch or dinner. I'm sure you got home safely. I'm sure you got home from point A to point B safely. I'm sure you were able to manage, you were able to use the washroom. I'm sure that you had running electricity or running water. So try to list down at least 3 things that have good things that happened to you either yesterday, if it's early in the morning, or the day, throughout the day before you go to bed. Yeah. So try to list down the good things that happened to you throughout the past 24 hours or the past 72 hours. This trains your mind to look at the silver lining in the dark cloud. Now, if your day went great, if your day went well, then, oh, fantastic. There's a lot of things for you to list. What went well? But if your day was humdrum and it was, I would say, lousy or challenging, then try to find the silver lining in that dark cloud. Yeah. All right. The other way is, if you notice flies, lalat, flies, they are attracted to garbage. Yeah, they're attracted to, I would say, leftover food. Yeah. Whereas bees, lebah, is it lebah? Yeah, lebah, they're attracted to flowers. So when you wake up in the morning, or when you're in a difficult situation, when you're in a challenging situation, a challenging period, a challenging time in your life, ask yourself, do I want to put on the eyes of a fly, or do I want to put on the eyes of a bee? Because if you put on the eyes of a fly, your focus is, where's the garbage? Where's the garbage? Where's the garbage? But if you put on the eyes of a bee, then you will, where's the flower? Where's the flower? Where's the flower? Right? So that is one of the ways on how you can cultivate thinking positively. Yeah. So when I fail in my businesses, in my relationships, in my career, yes, I need to face what is it that I feel. Yeah. I need to define it. I need to improve. I need to look for things that I can improve on. Yeah. Yeah. At the same time, I need to ask myself, hey, but I mean, it's not all that bad. I'm sure something good happened, or I'm sure there's some lesson behind this. So what is it? It's very easy for us to quickly look at the negative, quickly look at the fault, quickly look at what went wrong. But let's train our minds to look at the positives as well. Yeah, to look at what went well. Worst comes to worst, I had lunch. Worst comes to worst, I managed to go to the washroom. My kidneys are working. I still have 10 fingers. Worst comes to worst. So try to look for the silver lining in the dark cloud. All right. Now, for number 3, factor number 3. Now, I'm briefly going through these 4 factors here based on the psychometric tool. Number 3 is setting goals. Whether it's daily goal, weekly goals, monthly goals, or a 5-year goal, set goals. Because once you set goals, it puts you on a journey. Yeah. Now, whether the journey goes straight or whether it goes like this, or whether it goes like this, it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's your own rhythm. That's your own, I would say, your own story in your own life. It's your life. But setting a goal, having a destination, puts you on the journey to get there. Yeah. So it's the journey that really is fulfilling, actually. Now, one thing about goals, what do you set goals on? What is it based on? Based on my knowledge and experience, I would say set goals either in your key areas of life, which is your health, your finances, your career, or your business. What else? Your hobbies, your spirituality. So those are the key areas of life. If you don't know what your key areas of life are, you can just Google it up. Key areas of life. And then you might want to set goal in those key areas. Okay, financially, this is what I want to achieve. Health-wise, this is what I want to achieve. Family, this is what I want to achieve. Spirituality, this is what I want to achieve. Yeah, that is one of the ways of going about it. The other way is by looking at your roles that you play in life. For me, I play the role of a son, a brother, an uncle, a trainer, a friend. So what are the roles that you play in life, and set goals according to that. So now, as a executive, as a manager, my target is I want to achieve this. When it comes to my role as a father or as a husband, this is what my goals are, or this is what my goal is. This is what I want to achieve. To be a better father. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, now I'm, let's say, on a scale of 6, I want to be 8 by the end of this year. Okay, so you set a target there. And then as a business owner, this is what I want to achieve. As a friend, this is what I want to achieve. Yep. Right. So these are merely guidelines, suggestions. At the end of the day, it's up to you, yeah, how you want to set the goals. So either your key areas of life or the roles that you play. Right now, goals, one thing about goals, try to stretch it a little bit. Try to make it a bit difficult. Yeah, it's the same when you were a student. If you did exam papers that were of your juniors, yeah, if let's say you're in Form 5 and you were to do a PMR, PMR papers is very easy. Now that you've graduated, if you were to do SPM papers, it will be easy. So if you do things that are easy, the accomplishment, the sweetness once you achieve it is not that great. Yeah, I try to stretch it a little bit, so it makes you slightly stressed out, slightly anxious about it. Oh, can I achieve it? Can I achieve it? Can I achieve it? Yeah, that makes you improve. That makes you want to pick up better, more knowledge, more skills. Yeah. Okay, number four is a motivating environment. So how do you improve your motivating environment? One is buddy up. Get a partner. Get a partner that is, I would say, not really a friend. Yeah, a partner that won't buy your bullshit. A partner that won't hear your excuses. Get a partner who you think, or buddy who you think will push you, will question you, will poke you. You can also hire a coach or a trainer to buddy up with you and to touch base with you once a week or once in 2 weeks. Yeah, because you know, with this partner, with this buddy, you can't bullshit, you can't talk nonsense. Yeah, it's all about staying positive, thinking positively, and focusing on your goals. Right, that is the function of a buddy when it comes to creating a motivating environment. Okay, you can ask your manager or your superior for more interesting and challenging assignments that is at work, and also look for teamwork opportunities. Now, one thing about working in teams is that then you get a sense of responsibility for other people. Yeah, so that is how a motivating environment helps you in maintaining self-motivation. Sorry, that is how an environment helps you maintain a high level of self-motivation. So once again, these 4 factors is self-confidence, thinking positively, setting goals and staying focused on them, and also creating a motivating environment. So once again, if you want to know your scores for each of these factors, I'll give you the assessment and then you will know. And from there, you will know what is it that you need to improve on. All right. Anything else that you would like to know before I ask you questions? Let's try to recap or recall what is it that we discussed earlier just now. Something about fulfillment and also success, So what is success and what is fulfillment? Okay, now also, if you remember, we talked a bit about money or income and how it plays a part, how it plays a role in defining your happiness, and also success. For some individuals, money is a motivating factor. Yes, no doubt about it. If you want to know what motivates you, if you want something very comprehensive, I would recommend this. This psychometric tool is highly complex. It's not pen and paper kind of tool. You need to key in your response in the computer, and they will calculate it for you. It crunches big numbers. So this one, I'm certified to use it. If you are really interested, if you are willing to invest a bit more, then I can consult you. I can coach you using this psychometric tool. Okay, so for example, if you ask me, hey Surain, how do I motivate my sales team? I want my sales team to be very money driven. I want them to just focus on money. Other things do not matter. So then you need to hire individuals who are highly motivated by money. And one of the ways of doing it is using this psychometric tool. It can be a hiring tool as well. Or you conduct this assessment on your team, and you do the assessment on your performer. So if your team has 10 people and you find that one person is really performing, or 2 individuals are really performing, then you get their thumbprint, you get their profile as to what makes them achieve high sales, and then you hire people based on their profile, based on their DNA. That is something that I can help you with. All right, so now back to the question of money. Some people are highly motivated by money, which is fine. I've this close friend who became a millionaire at the age of 27, and then now he's a multi-millionaire. And when I ask him, what else do you want to achieve? What else besides money you want to achieve? He says that he wants to be a billionaire. So when it comes to money, it's never enough. It's never enough. But will that give you happiness? Will that guarantee you happiness and fulfillment? I would say I would bet my money on no. Does he still have problems and issues? Yes. Does he still complain? Yes. Have I come across people who don't earn that much but who are very happy, who seem to be very fulfilled, to have a very positive aura around them? Yes, I have. So again, based on my experience, I'm talking based on my training as a psychologist, or as a trainer rather, and also my experience in dealing with all kinds of people. And I've come to this conclusion that money only takes you a certain level, certain extent, Yeah. Other than that, what gives you fulfillment and happiness is not money. Okay, right. Now, so if money does not give you happiness, if money does not give you fulfillment, then what? All right. So money, to a certain extent, yes, it does make you happier. The more you earn, the happier you become. Yes, but only to a certain extent. What is that number? What is that point? It depends on your lifestyle. I can help you out with that as well. Once you can pay the bills, once you can live a comfortable, not a luxurious, a comfortable lifestyle, then any increase in your income will not contribute to your happiness. Yes, it will enable you to do more things, but it will not contribute to your happiness. Rather, what contributes to your happiness is you're strengthening your closest relationships. Keep doing the things that you enjoy and you find meaningful, whether it's collecting stamps, reading books, going fishing, listening to music, gardening, right? Being in contribution, yeah, building a contribution, and also developing a positive and optimistic mindset. Yeah, so these are the 4 suggestions on how you can increase your happiness without increasing your income. So once again, yeah, it's fostering closer relationships, keep doing things that you enjoy and find personally meaningful, develop optimistic thinking patterns, and also being in contribution. These are things that will increase your happiness after a certain income level, right? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot that I can share with you about happiness and fulfillment and income. All right, but I would like to hear from you. What is it that you want to know? Oh, yeah. Before I forget, remember I mentioned there's a difference between, I used the word motivation and drive. Yeah. So what's the difference between motivation and drive? Motivation is the desire to do something. Drive is the feeling. So let me give you an example. Yeah. You're motivated by food. So what drives you to eat is hunger, the feeling of hunger. What are the examples? Money motivates you, yeah, but what drives you to earn money is, example, the fear of being poor. Some people have this fear of being poor that drives them to earn a lot of money. You have the urge to be a responsible parent. That's why money motivates you. Yep. Okay. When it comes to work, for example, you want to feel respected, you want to feel complete, you want to feel accomplished. Yeah. Feelings. That is why you're motivated at work. For me, what motivates me is health, working out, going climbing. So what drives me is the fear of being sick. Because when I was a kid, I always fall sick. Yeah, I was not in the best of health. So I know that it feels very unpleasant. Human beings, we try to avoid pain and we pursue pleasure. Yeah? So that feeling of not wanting to feel unpleasant, yeah, it feels lousy being sick. That drives me to work out, to stay healthy. Yeah, so health is one of my biggest motivators. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, my question to you is, fill in the blanks. If at first you don't succeed, what do you do? Fill in the blank. If at first you don't succeed, what happens next? Or what do you do next? Anyone? Okay. Perceived standard of success. Restructure action plan. Okay, great. Thank you very much, Connie. Restructure your action plan. All right. Now, Connie, I have a question for you. If at first you don't succeed, at getting what you want, your goal or your ambition, your desire, do you change your goal? If let's say you want to be able to, I don't know, let's say, read 5 books per month and you don't achieve it, do you change your goal? Okay. Break down the strategy into small steps. Okay, thank you, Suhaila. Okay, now, Suhaila, once you've broken down the strategy into small steps, but you still don't achieve what you want to achieve. Yeah, you're not successful. You don't get what you want. What would you do? If at first you don't succeed, try and try again. Liana, thank you very much. Relook at your strategy. So who's this? Shrilat? Thank you, Shrilat. Relook at your strategy. Okay, try and try again. Nope. Okay, so for Connie, she won't change the goal. She won't change her target. She'll just change her strategy or her action plan. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, Connie. Whereas for Sume, yeah, try another way. Okay, try another way. April, reflect why fail. Okay, root cause analysis, I think. If first don't look at why you didn't succeed and try again. Thank you, Lau. Yeah, and for Connie, yes, Gerald. Okay, thank you very much. Now, the topic for today is at first you don't succeed, yeah. And I was inspired by a song. This topic was inspired by a song by Alia, if you have heard about it, in 2001, if I'm not mistaken. The chorus is, if first you don't succeed, dust yourself up and try again. Yeah. So in other words, dust yourself up and try again. Yeah. Right. So that song is, I would say, pretty much it inspires me and reminds me of keep going, keep going, keep going. Be the second mouse. The first one, give up, drown. The second one, kept struggling and struggling and struggling and struggling. Now, other people might see it as a struggle, yeah? But actually deep down, subconsciously, you enjoy it. The process of trying and trying and trying and trying and trying, that makes the goal, or once you achieve it, even sweeter. Because if you try once and you get it, man, okay. But if you try twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 10 times, you try 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, when you finally achieve it, you'll be like, oh my God, it's so sweet. Right? So yes, if at first you don't succeed, like what a lot of you mentioned, try and try again. But of course, you change your strategy, you change your ways, you change your game plan, yeah. But keep trying, keep going, keep going. That is something that has brought me results. Is that when I keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, the results, I'll get the results. Maybe not the initial result that I wanted, maybe something better. Or something which, hey, this one is more meaningful. Or this one is slightly less, but hey, I'm still happy with it. Yep. So ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, just raise your hands and please do join me on stage before we end. Thank you very much for your responses here. Akil, Atika, Kelly, April, Connie, Dalili, Suhaila, Lau, and Samway. Thank you very much for your participation. Come, if you have any questions, please do ask me or do join me on stage. I'll be more than happy to have a chat with you. Okay. Right. So I wish you all the best in your career, in your health, in your relationships, in your investments. Yeah, I wish you all the best. And I hope to see you again. I hope to be able to hear from you again. Once again, do send me your email addresses. Oh, sorry, I'll get your email addresses from the organizer. I'll send you an email together with the assessment, and then we'll take it from there. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your participation. Yep. Please, if you would like to speak to me after this program, you can, or after this webinar, you can get my contact number from the organizer, and we can have a more private conversation if that's what you want. Maybe after the MCO, we can really go have a cup of coffee together, right? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you very much for joining me for today's coffee conversation, which is if first you don't succeed. Yep. It's all about knowing your M factor and how to maximize it. Yeah. All right. So that's it from me for today, and I hope to see you again in the future. Thank you very much. I'll pass it back to the organizer. Yeah. You're welcome. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Samway. Thank you, Lily. Thank you, Karen. Karen, not Kelly. Sorry, Karen. It's Karen. Sabrina, thank you. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, April. Yeah. Have a great weekend. No, sorry. Have a great week ahead. Yeah. Have a great week ahead. Working from home.